Sunny Side in your number one station for Talk 92.3 Nigerian FM. The day is bright and fair. Oh, happy day. The day of joy. The day is bright and fair. Happy day of joy. Mama Jollof Rice. Whoever came up with that Mama Jollof Rice part? It's supposed to be, oh, happy day. Happy day. I'm just excited. It's a new week. It's the last week in the month of May. The last week of the sunny side in the month of May. It's the 26th day in the month of May 2025. How you doing today? How's your mind? How's your body? And how also hope you had a productive weekend or a restful weekend. I had an in-between weekend. I was here on Saturday. Yesterday, I left the house first thing in the morning. Didn't get home until about 9 p.m. in the evening. And here I am today. It was in between eventful and restful. But not so much of rest, I must tell you the truth, especially when you have the little ones running around and they're at that stage where they know they hear word. Haven't. I hope you're good. I was having a side with my colleague, and some when I intend to have certain conversations on radio, I like to pick their brains just a little. It helps me with perspective, number one. It helps me see the minds of people on certain matters. And then I get to hear your mind when you call and you are part of the conversation. So today I had one of the asides and my eyes opened to something. But because of that conversation, I would share that with you. But what are we talking about basically? Where you work with as opposed to hiding it. I work with Nigeria Info FM. I work with a company and maybe a company. I work with this X company. I work with, or I work at whichever this company. I work at a station. What's the name of the radio station? Yeah, never mind. I work at a real estate company. What's the name of the real estate company? Never mind. Most organizations expect you to be brand ambassadors of the organization. I mean, who best to blow their trumpet and get them? If not an employee who understands the mission, the vision, the goals of that organization, whether it's annually, monthly, weekly, quarterly, bi-monthly, you name it. Who best? Who was employed to be a part of a team to drive progress. But how can an employee help grow a business when they neither use, believe in, or like the company's products or services? Have you heard some employees badmouth where they work? No, on a serious note, you need to hear some employees. Don't mind that, madam. She said she did sell hair. Sell hair 1.9 million. Hey, selling now. Those hair are not just 800,000. The quality where they see. Hairs by Denise. Hairs by Denise. Imagine she comes and please follow our Instagram handle, follow our page, and encourage people you know to follow her as well. Follow it, I beg. So they don't follow the company social media handles. Fuck them. They're not telling others to follow, right? All they want to do is show up at work, do their part, do their bit. At the end of the month, they want to get paid. It's funny, right? I mean, if you're not helping the business, you make sales. If I cannot pay you your salary as and when due, doesn't it on impute of the company? Oh, I'm loud. Job offers usually does not come with a mandate of using that company's products exclusively. No. I mean, you can be working for a toothpaste brand and you may not like it, right? To use the toothpaste of the company's competitor. There is a possibility. So you're not expected to exclusively because dangerously close to slavery. For example, a farmer working at Apple, but may very well use Android devices in their life for various reasons. See, employment or is with Apple in no way obligates to use Apple devices all the time. You don't expect to use the phone. No. But of course, there is something like a time and place. If a programmer is representing Apple, the company, in an industry conference, in a summit, at an event, and seen using Android devices, that may cause a bad image for higher, maybe not. Conversation is, does it seem appropriate to work for an organization whose product or service you don't use or like? Let me bring another angle as I call out the phone lines. They are 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 3003. My Telegram number for your Telegram message 0809 364. WhatsApp Telegram number 0803064116. Does it seem appropriate to work for an organization whose products or services you don't use or like? Maybe at the beginning there was a job offer. You liked the idea of being an employee. Maybe it didn't matter to you what they really did at the organization. But by the time you got into the organization, you realized that, these people, what are they even doing safe? What they do, you don't like what they do. You don't use what they do. Should you still remain there? Or maybe at the very beginning, you knew. Should you even go and seek employment there? Now, there is another angle, and this angle is centered around some certain group of persons. I have encountered them several times. This group of persons will tell you how they outrightly do not like certain things. I don't like you hair, I beg. How can I go and carry another human being's hair and put on my hair? I don't like to fix my nails, so I don't even know where they used to do all those nails. You see me, it's natural to the core. Anything that is more than lip gloss, and in short, even the lip gloss self, I will rather use petroleum gel and rub my lips. I can use this thing for what? What if it's the case of not being able to afford it? So there is a natural tendency for this group of persons to dislike any product they cannot afford. So their dislike of that product or service stems from their inability to afford it. I don't like to eat rice. But if you were offered for free, just maybe you would eat it. So they may not like to use these products or their services. What if it is because they cannot afford it? And if they cannot afford the products or services offered by the companies they work for, what does that tell you of the said company? You can look at it on this way, from this other angle. You can look at it from this perspective as well, the one I just shared. So again, the numbers 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. A call screener is on standby to take your calls first before passing you on to me in the studio. So when you do call, the first voice you would hear will not be my voice, but that of the call screener. On X, we're at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH X handle, and our Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. So go there, watch it live, but most importantly, be a part of the conversation by dropping your comments in the comment section. If you can't get through to us via the phone line, you can also call this number 0817-923-0009. That's 0817-923-0009. A quick reminder that there would be the one play draw today. 2 winners will win 25,000 naira each on one play. All you have to do is go to the website oneplay.ng, buy your ticket, 500 naira. Yes, just 500 naira, and you qualify to be in any of the draws, or you use the USSD code *347 *880 *6 hash *347 *880 *6 hash. Hurry now, all right? I want to see you buying your tickets. Nigeria Info, good afternoon. I am so sorry we lost that call. Please do well to call back again 0817 9300002 and 0817 923 0003. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Amadi Patrick. I am calling from my friend.
Honorable Amadi Patrick, you're welcome. Let's talk.
Thank you very much. Anything you don't like, because I don't have the money to afford it, you are paying property. And you also commit yourself. And anything you don't like, and there's no how you admire it to sell or to recommend somebody for it, because you don't like it. Even if you have it in your shop to sell, don't move market because you value it, and it's no go market because you don't like it. So it's better put whatever you like, whatever you value, to the market for other people to have. So what I mean by that is that you have to value whatever you have seen that is good, even if you don't have the money.
Okay, Honorable Amadi, I think you follow the conversation and employing the products or services of their employer conversation. And I ask a very straightforward question. Does it seem appropriate to work for an organization whose product or service you don't use or like? Nigeria Info, good afternoon. So sorry we lost the call. Please do well to call back. I have a message on WhatsApp. And it reads, it's just work, dear. I need the work and not the product. If I'm working as an accountant or admin for a tobacco company, does it require me to smoke? I'm working for an alcoholic beverage company. Can't I live my non-alcoholic life again? To me, it's a matter of choice. Pastor can send that in. Now that you've brought tobacco and alcohol, let's take this call first. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Zion, good afternoon to you.
Mr. Zion, hope you're following the conversation. Confuse us like the last caller. Go ahead.
This way.
Zion?
I work with DD Bakeries.
Okay.
Produce cake, buns, chim-chim, fries, and everything.
Okay.
And I say I'm not going to use this product.
You are lying. You must use it.
And I will now say, no, I want constant fries and bakeries. Give me bread.
You are a saboteur.
Thank you who I am. Very wicked. Heartless. A spy and a mole working on this square bakery. As long as you are working in that organization, you should use their products, especially when it comes to ceremonials. What are you going to tell the clients and customers coming to patronize us?
I'm on a weight loss journey. My dietitian said I should not be eating flour products, fries, chin, cakes, and the rest.
And I think at this point, your services may no longer be needed.
Really?
Yes.
To be on a weight loss journey in peace.
We need people that will eat our product, try our product, use our product, testament of our product.
But what about the example Pastor Ken gave? Cigarettes and bread, alcoholic beverages.
Resign. Don't go up.
So far this world though. I see walk. You say make I no walk.
For equity and justice, you don't smoke and you are going to work where they produce cigarettes. For what? You don't take alcohol and you are going to work where they are producing. For what? If I live before this way, I was responsible. 9 Port Harcourt must come back, must sleep in the house. My wife said, you in the house. Now you the nightlife. This way, from that day, I started going party online with people everywhere. The nightlife, the economy of rivers up again. That is who I am. So if you cannot use the product you are working, you prefer other people's product, please, you go to.
Okay, so someone said something interesting on WhatsApp. Good afternoon, Nidi. It is not compulsory. It is a matter of choice. I believe you don't always listen to Nigeria Info when you are off air. It is what it is, Dave. Now that you have put me on the spot, I was going to say something related to the media, but then you already put me on the spot. You may be right, and you may also be wrong. From the moment I am on my way to work, when I can access the radio, I am on Nigeria Info. I am leaving the office, I'm listening to Sam on Nigeria Info FM. There are times when I just want to listen to the radio. It's Nigeria Info. But if I want to listen to music, the truth of the matter is Nigeria Info FM is not a music station. Not the station I'm listening to. Guess what? It's still part of the brand. The Cool Wazobia Info brand. I mean, another person's vehicle. I may not be able to decide. Except, of course, it is a paid ride. Some drivers will ask, what would you like to listen to? Leave what is playing, it's fine. Or maybe I'm looking forward to listening to a particular conversation. Maybe I had a handshake with my colleague and I made a show and I want to listen to that show. I will leave with the driver. Please put on info. I want to advertise my product. I should put it on Nigeria Info. Why would I take back to go advertising other radios when I work here and right? That's your question. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, on the issue of you can't work in a particular place without promoting the brand. How would they generate money for the salaries and all that thing, including stipends or allowances, every other thing included? For example, I can't say I don't bushmeat, and at the end of the day, I will take the bushmeat for best. It's not possible. What you don't like, cut off with it. It's just like someone sent you a message and said alcohol, beverages, and the rest of them. And Mr. Zion says something, and I want to concur with you. He says, resign or don't work. It's just the thing. You are asthmatic. Let's just say, for instance, and you are in a place where there is smoke,
Are you helping yourself or you are killing yourself? These are things that need to be brought on board for you to make decision why you want to do this. It's just like someone having a phobia for water and you want to walk in rain. How is that possible? If you carry rope, I go come and expect the rope go to the rope later. You must be able to start at the end of the time, which means anywhere you are walking, becomes a child.
Okay. All right. My brother. What if it's a case of not being able to afford the goods or services provided by the organization you work? For instance, some high-end products. You work for a car company. Maybe you work for Mercedes. You work for Toyota, or you work for Honda. And you're not able to. You cannot use their products, obviously, because you cannot afford a car. You work for a real estate company and you're the listener to come and buy a plot of land for 10 million, and you cannot afford that plot of land for 10 million. It means you won't be able to use it.
Constant.
Denise. I'm Denise.
You just asked a very good question. What about Mercedes? Now, let's assume without considering that you are working in a Mercedes company. Do you think that directly or indirectly, the Mercedes company cannot be able to give you a call for you to have their product with you? That is not possible.
Okay.
Or do you think maybe possibly if you are working in a cosmetic company, the company wouldn't give the workers
if it's lipstick to be rubbing?
These are things that you need to, I had a friend that was working in a company. I wouldn't mention their name. That is the way of advertising. Month, I had a perfume from her that is worth more than 30,000 naira.
Wow.
The company gives it to them
to use.
So that they put it on.
And be smelling nice.
What is the thing that is on?
Ooh, I like to work for that kind of company. Oh.
That is engagement this is why people are looking for. It's like me. Wouldn't expect if I'm inside, wouldn't expect me to be in my body a little bit.
Okay. All right, thank you. The company should be able to give them a cut so they can own. You want an event organization, an event planning organization. And over the years, you see how they bill their clients. So plan your event 10 million to 1 million. You are staff member of that event company, and you have your wedding coming up. And you just genuinely respect yourself. And you just shall go and why are you not patronizing the event company you work for? Why are you not patronizing the media organization you work for? Why are you going out there to look for other partners when you have your media organization? So there is being able to afford the products and services. There is not liking the products and services. What if also the products and service are in contrast with your faith? Whether you're a Christian or a Muslim, work there. However, your faith is not allowing you to perform optimally. Things that will be from you of you. For instance, you work in some lounge or some you come out in the night. You're expected to have night life. You're expected to be social because that is what the job calls for. And I know people on Friday night they go. You they go night. We these nights. This I call. I don't go feed no all night. I'm meeting with my dad. Or I'm not saying that it's a problem, but then you need to put food on your table. Having to use the product service exclusively may somewhat seem like slavery, but not having you use it at all, or you using it at all, is it appropriate? Does it? If people can be spouses in front of strangers, when cloud among the out frustration, who can be? If people can cheat on their wife or commit against their husband, their wedding rings, belonging to a man who is just giving them money for their expertise. People work on this product they don't use. I have never had an eye doctor with contacts. At the most, they work, and that's actually why I stopped using contacts. Nothing damn. And then in the by wearing it. I also know that many doctors and medical professionals are not using bed controls. You know what? We'll come back to this after this break. Stay tuned.
Stay with us. Nigeria Info. The